There is a tribe of awakening women here on planet Earth who are rewriting the story of the divine feminine. And if you are here, I'm sure that you are a part of that. And it's an honor to be here together. I'm Ashley Sunshine, and I'm a water priestess and a sacred business women's mentor. I help women bring their dreams to life, to discover their soul gifts, discover your and my soul gifts, and make space with our sovereign creator ability, make space for those dreams and visions here on the earth. And I feel that it's so important at this time to make space for our dreams and visions, to prioritize and make valuable and important our desires, dreams, and visions, and to take on that divine mission of devotion to bringing those dreams to life. You know, I feel like there's no other reason to live, personally, right? And because I also know that when I bring my desires and dreams to life, I am in service and support of others, and I'm in service and support of the world. And this is what's so important. We don't need to sacrifice ourselves to be in deep service of the world. We actually bring the focus back to ourselves and continue over and over again, making space for our dreams. It's my deep belief that each one of us has a soul mission, has a unique medicine to bring to this planet. And your medicine isn't set in stone. You can find your medicine today and it might be different tomorrow. And that's what's so powerful about continuing to do this work and to begin to ally with water. So it's when I started allying with water as a co-creator, as a partner in this reality, more and more things were revealed to me about my nature, about my gifts, and about my process and continuing to develop and bring out and change my gifts. Water is so incredible at changing, at morphing, at filling up the current cup that it's in and then changing its shape to then fill into the next. And so that's also a reflection of aspects of our own soul, that we're constantly evolving and constantly changing. And by gathering together and sharing space with women, we see this magic and we see this potential of rising again and playing our edge and expanding again and again and again to be on an adventure in this life. So I'm going to share a little bit about my story and my mission, and then I'm going to make an invitation for you. So stay tuned for the invitation. It's something that I've been working on for the last years and really been pouring my heart and soul into, and I'm so excited to come here and share it with you. So I went to college for physics. I was really excited about learning about the interconnectedness of the universe and why we're here, where we came from, where we're going, you know, what are the laws of this reality, and what is this reality all about? I wanted to understand, and I had a very scientific mind, so I could do the classes. And eventually, after my first year into the second year, I started asking my professors, like, does this get any more real? Because I'm feeling like, you know, anytime the infinity symbol comes up and we cancel it out and all of our experiments are done in very closed systems and we never talk about how things are actually related and how things are affected and everything is done in these non-existent closed systems. I was like, when do we get to like and then they're telling me, you know, that's like 10 years down the line. You know, that's when you're working in a lab and you are like so filled up with all of the basic knowledge that you can actually start playing in the real world. And that felt just like so daunting to me and so untrue. Like I was like, there must be another way. So I left the physics major and I decided to go with environmental science because that at least led me to talking about what's really here in front of us right now. And simultaneously, I was on the path of yoga. And it was the yoga that really led me to start to discover the answers or the contemplations to the bigger questions of why are we here? What are we doing here? Where do we come from? Where are we going? And that fulfilled me in so many ways to really sit with myself and discover the peace and the love and the natural joy and expansiveness of who I truly am. And it helped me to start to see the interconnectedness and the true nature of our reality. And through the environmental studies, I was able to see things from the outside in. So I had this simultaneous studies of inside out and outside in to then create this bridge of the codex of living, the codex of the need to study ourselves and go within and look at the universe from that lens of the internal world, and then also go without and discover relational understandings and principles of living in harmony with our universe. I grew up in a common, middle-class America household, and I always sensed that there was something off about the way we interact with our food, about the way we interact with our trash, about the way that we even spray chemicals on the lawn and mow the grass. There was something about this doesn't make fundamental sense to me. And it was through my studies that I was able to really understand the importance of connecting to nature and connecting with the self, connecting to each other and connecting to the self. So as most people in middle-class America do, I graduated university with debt. I was $30,000 in debt when I graduated university. And looking at my accounts after graduation, I saw that I even had accumulated interest on top of that. And I was so disheartened. I couldn't believe, I didn't realize that I had interest accruing. And I couldn't believe the audacity of these banks that they would charge me interest while I'm in school. And that this interest was going to just keep growing. So as you do, I went into a corporate job, started to pay off my debt, prioritized kind of working in the system and being an acceptable citizen. And it was a year into my corporate job that it dawned on me so hard that this is not the true nature of my soul. That through my studies of interrelation and yoga, the self, I saw the nature of my soul as adventure, boundlessness, timelessness, discovery, creation. The nature of my soul is not cubicle for all the daylight hours in the winter. So I quit my job and I sold everything, and everything lined up for me to travel to New Zealand. All the synchronicities, it was like God speaking to me, telling me, go, you're taken care of. You have miracles surrounding you. So I journeyed to New Zealand, and it's there I worked on farms, and I got to learn how to ride horses without a saddle, without reins. I got to swim in the most pristine springs in the world. I got to witness the ocean from a totally different angle and perspective. And through my travels and through speaking to people, then I went to Australia, spent a year in Australia, lived in a campground with hundreds of travelers from all over the world. And I eventually traveled Asia, India, Europe, lived in California for a while, then came to Israel. And I've been living in Israel now for 9 years. And through all of that time, I was teaching yoga. I had done my yoga teacher training in college, and I decided to share my yoga practice with whoever wanted to practice with me. And a lot of times it was in exchange for my travels, so it was a great tool to have. I also did my massage certification, so I learned the art of touch and deep tissue massage, and used that as well as a way to get me around. And so through this, I also learned entrepreneurial life and had deprogrammed a lot of the shame and the fear around offering my gifts and sharing in exchange for money and in exchange for services. And after teaching yoga for so many years, I started asking myself, why would people come to my yoga class? What was so special about my yoga class? There's thousands, millions of yoga teachers out there. What's so special about me? And what I really came to was that I want people to leave feeling from my class that they have a purpose, and that they leave my class feeling more connected to their soul purpose. And I found that through talking to clients and students that even the belief that they have a soul purpose, if they were able to adapt that belief and really believe it, like, yes, I have a unique medicine, I have a unique purpose here on this planet, that helped bring more peace to their hearts, that helped bring more ease to their bodies and more purpose and power to their practices. And this principle just lit up my soul. And I saw people and I talked to them and I saw them stepping into their purpose and owning and claiming that and feeling that unique rainbow of light that only you have, that only you can share with the world. And it was wild through these hundreds of travelers that I lived with in Australia. This is when it really dawned on me. Because as I was observing and witnessing all of them, I noticed their characteristics, their attributes, their quirks. And it deeply dawned on me that they are irreplaceable, that each and every character that I met could have their own book, could have their own series of books, and that they are irreplaceable. Truly. And you'd think with billions of people on this planet, like, you know, we're replaceable, but we're not. You're not replaceable. And your gifts, your light, your medicine is so important, especially in this time. And I took a moment, I remember writing in my journal about each of these characters. And I really took a moment to drink in the medicine that each one of them gave me in my year in Australia. And I took it with me, and it's still in my bones, it's still in my blood, it's still in my heart. You know, each one of them and each one of the clients that I work with and the people that I come in contact with come and fill a place in my heart, because only they can fill that place. Only you can fill that place. And that led me to creating a yoga teacher training program to help people and give a platform and a structure to help people bring out their gifts in a bigger way, open their voices, open their bodies, open their leadership. So it was a yoga teacher and leadership training. And then I allowed the natural evolution to call me and guide me to coaching, to mentorship, to one-on-one mentorship. Because people would leave my program, graduate, now they're a yoga teacher, but like, okay, what do I do with this? How do I actually translate this into not selling my soul to the man anymore? To like not working a job 9 to 5 that I freaking hate and that like sucks my soul. And how can I actually live my life soul first? And so I was like, okay, like I'll do some coaching training and I will figure out how to mentor you and help you. And so this was the journey that I embarked on about 5 years ago. So I've been mentoring for 5 years, and it was so beautiful that the moment that I opened up my mentorship, it was full. It was like, ooh, the universe is pushing. The universe wants this, right? And that's many times what happens when we connect to our soul mission, when we connect to our desires. It's like, oh, the universe starts presenting the opportunities to you. So notice that in your life, you know, and even right now, the universe is presenting you this opportunity to connect more deeply with water. So where does water come in? So about 3-4 years ago, after I was already mentoring people, water came into my life. And I was invited to, I was connecting with the whales and the dolphins in a bigger way. And then I was invited to 2 water retreats, and I didn't know what that meant. And I was like, why am I getting these invitations to water retreats? This is so strange. I ended up going to both of them through synchronicities, through divine interventions, and each one had their special presence. One was a bodywork and water retreat, and the other one was a water priestess arts retreat. And I ended up really diving into both of those paths afterward because water touched me in a deeper way than I had been touched since I found yoga. And that's really profound because the beginning of yoga for me was like such a deepening into who I am. And then when I found water, I was like, wow, I've been in relation with water my whole life, but I haven't seen her. I haven't seen what she really can do and what she's really here for and how she's truly a friend and an ally and a teacher in my life. And so I took on water as my greatest teacher. And she truly, truly is. And so I began deeply working with water through creating water mermaid circles after having sister circles in Tel Aviv for many, many years. I started doing them in a warm pool, which was absolutely life-changing, and met some soul sisters through that practice. And then I started pilgriming to water sites, and specifically sacred springs called me so much and have also touched and changed my life. And it's through working with water that I healed my chronic UTIs and now have not had UTIs for years. It's through working with water that I healed biting my nails, which I bit my nails for 26 years. And it was soaking for 3 days straight in sacred hot springs that I healed my nail biting addiction, and many, many other things. And this beautiful feather just fell from the sky in a spiral. And the clouds look like angels. So just sending you that heavenly love. And so in these last 4 years, I've been building my tools and my relation with water. And the water is whispering me to share. The water has been calling me to share with you. The water has been asking me to bring the women to the water. The water can help with our soul purpose. The water wants to help with our missions, with our businesses, with our callings. And the water wants to help with our personal power, with our deepening love and our magic. And that's the big thing, is our magic, is our unexplained miracles that we create and we notice and we connect with on a day-to-day basis. And ever since I started working with water, the miracles in my life have expanded tenfold, 100-fold. So it is my honor to invite you to Wellspring, a 12-week ceremonial journey of embodiment and sacred communion with your purpose through the divine feminine teachings of water. This is a journey of water priestess arts to support your sacred calling and soul's mission. This is for you if you're ready for the next level of embodiment in your soul's mission and daughter of earth. It's for you if you feel love for water and love for the earth and love for nature and a desire to connect in a deeper way and in a more loving and tender way and magical way. It's for you if you want to incorporate your business or your soul's calling into the ecosystem and learn how to get the ecosystem on your side, to have your back so that you don't feel alone in your mission. It's for you if you're ready to be surrounded by a circle of women to support you in your soul's mission. Wellspring is going to help you feel more powerful, clear, and embodied in your mission, to enjoy ease and wonder in yourself and in the miracles of your everyday life. It's for you if you want ongoing support from water and nature in what you're doing, and to feel the profound love of the Great Mother and her pride in your courageous human journey. It's for you if you want to learn how to use props and tools to help support you in your day-to-day life, and help you connect deeper with water. And the thing I love so much about the water journey is that connection to the Great Mother, and the profound love that is available for us in any given moment. And so what we're going to do is 12 weeks of calls and live ceremonies. And so we're going to go into ceremony every other week around a different archetype of water. So we're going to have a total of 5 in this round. And of course, there's so many more, so it will be continued in a greater program. But this is a little bit of an introduction into water priestess arts, what it means to be a water priestess, how to connect to oceans, lakes, rivers, springs, waterfalls, and rain, and how to use tools in your life to open up your friendship and allyship with water. So the cost of this journey, as it's the first one I'm running, is only $660 for the 12 weeks. And if you sign up before April 1st, then the price goes down $100. So it's only $560 for this journey. And it's truly a journey that will leave ripples in your life, and you can continue coming back. You'll have lifetime access to the ceremonies and to the calls, so you can keep coming back to these ceremonies and grow them in your own life and in your own practice to bring a much deeper magic into your life than you've ever known before. And I can really promise that if you haven't connected to water in a really deep way, that this will change your life. And if you already have connected to water in a deep way, this will deepen and fortify that connection and that magic that you are. So use the code Wellspring100 for that $100 off before April 1st. And if you have any questions or you want to hop on a call to see if this is right for you, click the button below. And I will be so, so happy to have you join us in this sacred container online. I love you so much. Many blessings. Mwah.